Once upon a time, not so far from here, there lived a partridge. She had a nice nest underneath the branches of a large peepal tree. She had been living there for many years. One day the partridge left home. She wanted to look for some food. She traveled all the way to a far-off cornfield and stayed there for many days. The partridge was so engrossed in eating the delicious corn that she did not realize how many days had passed. Meanwhile, back at her home in the peepal tree, a rabbit had found her nest. He had been looking for a nice place to live, and the partridge's nest was just perfect for him. So the rabbit moved right in. When the partridge returned from the cornfield, she was very surprised to see a rabbit living in her nest. "How dare you?" she said. "This is my house and you are merely a trespasser." The rabbit replied, "This is no longer your house. You have not lived here for many days and I found it empty, so it rightfully belongs to me now." The partridge and the rabbit started to argue loudly. Their fight went on for a long time. Many animals and birds gathered around them, but none could decide whose side to take because each one of them had their own reasons. Finally, the partridge said, "Let's not waste our time arguing here. Let's go to a judge and he will decide who is right." The rabbit readily agreed to this proposal. The partridge and the rabbit traveled far and wide in search of a judge. Finally, they reached the banks of the Ganges. There at a distance, they saw a large and holy-looking tomcat sitting on a rock. The partridge and the rabbit were scared to approach him, but since they had come so far, they decided to take their dispute to the tomcat. The tomcat was very wicked. He quickly closed his eyes, stood up on his hind legs, and started praying at the top of his voice. The partridge and the rabbit were puzzled. They had never seen such a holy cat before. The tomcat finished his prayers and slowly opened one eye, then the other. When he saw the partridge and the rabbit, he said, "I am very old and cannot hear or see properly. Can you both come a little closer and tell me the whole story again?" The partridge and the rabbit were now convinced that the tomcat was a holy and harmless animal, so they moved closer to him. As soon as they did, the cat hit them hard with his paws, killed them and ate them up. Thus, the partridge and the rabbit, who could not settle their quarrel, ended up becoming prey to a cunning enemy.